In tonight's sleep story, we continue our journey through the seasonal Symphony series, where each season unfolds through music, atmosphere, and gentle rest. In this summer symphony, you'll journey to a quiet seaside estate where lanterns glow along the shore. Warm waves roll softly beneath the moonlight, and the music of Ravel drifts through the salt-kissed night air. As the evening deepens, you'll wander through candlelit terraces, moonlit gardens, and peaceful coastal paths, slowly surrendering to the calm rhythm of the sea. You are listening to Summer Symphony, a night beside the sea. Welcome to the Whispering Willow. I'm Diana, and I'm so glad you're here tonight as we continue our journey through the seasonal Symphony series, a collection of quiet evenings inspired by music, the changing seasons, and the gentle rhythms of the natural world. Tonight's symphony carries you beside the sea, where warm summer air mingles with the scent of salt and distant flowers. Lantern light flickers softly across the shore, and the music of Maurice Ravel rises and falls with the rhythm of the waves, inviting you gently into rest. There is nowhere you need to be tonight, nothing left to solve, nothing required of you, only this quiet moment and this peaceful journey into sleep. Before we begin, allow yourself to settle. Let your body rest comfortably on the surface supporting you. Let your shoulders soften. Place your hands wherever they feel comfortable and let them grow still. Allow your jaw to soften gently. Notice the space between your eyes. Is there tension there? If so, let it soften. And as you begin to find stillness, bring your awareness to your breath. Notice the slow rise and fall. Breathing in slowly and comfortably. Breathing out as you let the day drift a little farther away. You've worked hard today, and now it's time to rest. Breathe in and out 2 more times. With each breath, bringing calmness within you and removing any tension you no longer need to carry with each exhale. Any thoughts of today or tomorrow, just let them go. Feel your face muscles smooth and loosen, your shoulders grow heavier, and allow your breathing now to settle into a natural rhythm. Whatever feels comfortable and instinctive for you. Allow yourself to feel as though you are gently drifting, softly carried, safe and warm, and at ease. And when you're ready, it's time for the story to begin. You find yourself traveling along a quiet coastal road. The evening sky glows softly overhead, painted in deepening shades of gold rose, and faded blue. The windows are open slightly, allowing warm ocean air to drift inside. You hear the distant rhythm of waves, steady and calming, far below the cliffs beside the road. The world feels unhurried here, softly suspended between sunset and night. Ahead, small lanterns begin appearing along the winding road. Their golden light flickers gently in the growing dusk, guiding your way toward the sea. You continue onward slowly. The sound of cicadas hums quietly in the warm summer air. Tall grasses sway beside the road, silvered by the first light of the moon. And as you move farther along the coast, you begin to notice music drifting softly through the night. Distant at first, barely more than a feeling. Piano notes flowing gently like water, strings rising and falling like the tide. You recognize it as the music of Ravel, softly carried on the sea breeze. You arrive at an estate overlooking the water. The building rests quietly atop the cliffs. It is elegant without feeling grand. Warm light glows from tall windows facing the sea. Lanterns hang from terraces wrapped in climbing jasmine. Their soft golden reflections shimmer across stone pathways. Beyond the terraces, the ocean stretches endlessly beneath the moonlight. Silver waves rolling slowly toward the shore. The evening air is warm and fragrant, touched with salt and night-blooming flowers. The faint scent of cedar is carried from open doors. As you step onto the terrace, you hear the music more clearly now. A summer performance unfolding somewhere deeper within the estate, nothing loud or formal. A melody flowing softly through the night, like part of the sea itself. You begin to wander slowly through the lantern-lit terrace, your footsteps quiet against warm stone. Small tables rest beneath drifting white curtains. Tea candles flicker inside glass lanterns. The breeze moves gently through the gardens, carrying the music with it. And as you continue farther into the evening, you begin to feel yourself completely letting go of the world you left behind. Beyond the terrace, a pathway leads into the moonlit gardens overlooking the water. Tall white flowers sway softly beside the stone path. Lavender drifts through the warm night air. And overhead, string lights glow softly among the trees. Waves of music follow you even here, sometimes near, sometimes distant, like the tide rising and receding along the shore. You move slowly through the garden, passing fountains reflecting silver moonlight, winding archways covered in climbing roses, pink and red, stone benches warmed by the lingering heat of the day, and somewhere nearby you hear glasses clink softly in the distance. Muted laughter drifts briefly through the night, blending gently into the atmosphere of the evening. Everything here feels softened, unhurried, and peaceful. And with every step, your thoughts grow quieter too. The concerns of the day begin to dissolve into the warm summer evening until there is only this moment, this garden, this music, and the endless rhythm of the sea below. Eventually, you arrive at an open conservatory facing the ocean. Tall white curtains drift softly in the evening breeze. Moonlight spills across polished floors, and inside, a small ensemble performs quietly beneath hanging lanterns. The musicians are practiced yet unhurried, their movements calm and fluid, as though the music itself is breathing gently through the room and they are only its instruments. Piano notes shimmer softly like reflected light on water. Strings rise and fall with the slow rhythm of the tide. The music of Ravel fills the conservatory, dreamlike and warm, fluid and weightless. You settle quietly into a chair near the open window, the ocean breeze drifting softly against your skin, the scent of jasmine and salt air surrounding you, the lantern light, low and golden, around the room. There's nothing you need to focus on, nothing you need to do, but relax and allow the music to carry you like waves, like breath, drifting gently farther from the conscious world with every passing moment. The performance continues quietly around you, never demanding attention, only creating space for peace. And gradually, you notice your body softening even more deeply into the chair. Your breathing slow and steady, your thoughts moving farther apart, like distant lights floating on the water along the shore. As the final notes of the performance drift softly through the conservatory, the room grows quieter, more still. Some guests wander slowly back into the gardens. Others remain, resting beneath the lantern light, in gentle conversation. And for a little while you remain where you are, listening. The ocean beyond the open windows moves in slow silver waves beneath the moonlight. The warm summer air carries the scent of salt, jasmine, and polished cedar. The music lingers gently in the space, as though the notes themselves are reluctant to disappear completely. And then at the piano you notice someone seated, quietly alone. It feels almost as though the figure has emerged from the music itself. The room is still and calm, partially illuminated by candlelight and moonlight together. A few soft notes rise once more into the warm night air. Slow and dreamlike, ethereal, flowing like water through the open conservatory. The melody feels alive somehow, as though the night itself is breathing through the music. Moonlight drifts across the polished floor. The curtains stir gently in the sea breeze, and for a moment, you have this strange feeling that the entire evening has become suspended somewhere between waking and dreaming. This music feels like summer, like the sea. You recognize it as Ravel's Daphnis et Chloé. You remember hearing once that this music was inspired by an ancient pastoral story filled with moonlight gardens, summer nights, dancing, and the quiet beauty of nature moving beneath the stars. And sitting here now, with lantern light glowing softly through this open conservatory, you understand the feeling of it more deeply. Not as something meant to be followed perfectly, but as an atmosphere, an impression, a warm, drifting world of movement and light, where music and nature seem to blur gently together. The figure at the piano remains calm and unhurried, as though every note has been placed carefully into the night air. Soft strings rise somewhere behind the melody, though you see no one on the stage. Flowing like warm wind through trees near the shore. And you begin to understand why the music of Ravel feels so timeless here. Because it does not rush, it shimmers and drifts. It breathes like summer itself. You are not entirely certain whether you are dreaming or awake, or only drifting deeper into the atmosphere of the summer evening. But the figure at the piano is Ravel himself. You are certain of it. He belongs here, just as the music has always belonged beside the sea. The gentle rise and fall of the melody reminds you of breathing, of waves, of lantern light swaying softly through warm night air. And as the music continues quietly through the conservatory, you feel your thoughts loosening, untangling, softening, becoming lighter with every passing note. The stars beyond the open windows glow softly above the water. The lanterns sway gently overhead. And somewhere between the ocean and the moonlight and the fading music, you begin to feel as though the entire evening has become a dream composed gently around you, as though you are part of the night, part of the sea, part of the music, and none of it asks anything of you. It only carries you slowly and peacefully toward deep rest. After a time, the music ends as delicately as it began, and you rise, drawn gently toward the sound of the ocean below. A staircase winds down the cliffs toward the beach. Lanterns glow softly beside each step, their warm light flickering against stone and sea grass. You descend slowly, the sound of waves growing clearer with every step. They sound steady, rhythmic, and peaceful, like the music of the sea. The air grows softer and cooler near the water. Salt mist drifts gently across the shore, and when you finally step onto the sand, you pause for a moment beneath the moonlight. The beach stretches quietly in both directions, silver waves rolling endlessly onto the shore. The moon reflected in glowing ribbons of light across the water. Far above you, the lanterns of the estate glow warmly atop the cliffs, like tiny stars suspended above the sea. You begin walking slowly along the shoreline, your footsteps soft against the cool sand, the water washing gently around your feet before retreating again. The rhythm of the waves matches your breathing now, or perhaps your breathing matches it. In and out, slow and steady. As you walk, you feel yourself becoming quieter too, your thoughts softening into the sound of the tide, the sound of the night, your body growing heavier and more relaxed with every passing wave. Farther down the shore, you notice small floating lanterns drifting gently across the water. They look like golden lights swaying softly atop the dark sea, moving with the rhythm of the tide. Some remain close to shore, others drift farther outward in the moonlit distance. The sight is calming in a way that feels difficult to explain, as though the ocean itself has become filled with quiet, breathing light. You settle comfortably onto the sand, warm from the lingering heat of the day. The waves roll gently nearby. The lanterns drift endlessly across the water, moving up and down in a slow, soothing rhythm. The music from the estate, now faint and distant above the cliffs, but still present, all blending seamlessly into the rhythm of the night. You sit there quietly for a long while, watching the lanterns move slowly across the dark water, their reflections stretching and softening with each passing wave. And gradually you begin to feel as though your thoughts are drifting outward as well, in concentric circles that grow larger and larger, no longer circling tightly, no longer asking to be solved. only floating gently away like lanterns carried softly into the night. The night grows deeper around you, the stars bright above the ocean, the warm breeze soft against your skin. The waves continue their endless rhythm beside the shore, and now even the music feels far away. Soft piano notes drift through memory. Strings dissolve gently into the sea breeze. The estate above the cliffs glows quietly in the distance, and the lanterns continue their slow movement across the water. Everything around you growing softer, more distant, more dreamlike. Your breathing slow and steady. Your body completely supported by the warm sand beneath you. You feel completely at ease. There is nothing left to carry tonight, nothing left to solve. Only the rhythm of the waves, only the warmth of summer air, only the soft, drifting beauty of the sea beneath the moonlight, and somewhere beyond the shore, beyond the lanterns, beyond the fading music of Ravel, sleep waits quietly for you now, gentle, peaceful, and near. So now, you may simply rest, allowing your head to settle, allowing your eyes to close, drifting softly beside the sea, music flowing through you, around you, as the lanterns continue floating slowly across the water, and the warm summer night carries you gently into sleep.